Okay, so you're all on. Can I just say thank you so much if you're on live or if you're catching the playback later. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm so excited to have you all here, but obviously have Dana Nicholson in the house, right, this Saturday morning. I apologize ahead of time. So thank you, Dana, yes, for taking time out of your busy day. I know that, and for Dana, when do you leave for Vegas? You leave soon.
Yeah, I leave soon. I got to start packing. I'm one of those people that I see these posts in the Vegas group about people who were like packed a week ago. I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, soon.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so she's going to be out there a little bit before us. So she taking time today, I really appreciate it, Dana, because I know you've got a lot on your plate. I will warn you guys, Macaulay just got up, so he may need Mama like for a minute or two here to get situated. But yes, I'm a planner and I have breakfast out and Dumbo's on already and we're all ready to rock. But just in case. Oh, I see Cole's got her little guy too. So yay, so fun. But Dana and I have been doing some awesome mentorship calls. I'm so thankful for her mentorship already in my life. And one of the things that I think is so cool about her is she's got eyes on the people that are like rising stars already. Again, we don't have even stats, you guys, to really use, but she's watching our team page and the live videos that you guys are doing and just the sharing and the effort that you're putting forth, and also just the sheer number of team members that you're also inviting to this opportunity. But I want you guys to know it's not just numbers like a normal situation that we're using to kind of pinpoint those people. We're seeing just the efforts and the attitude and the energy coming out of this group that's on this call, or those that will get this playback. I am recording it. And so we just think that's really special. So Dana, I want to let you share a little bit of just about what you're excited about for this group and kind of, just next steps and all the things. So take it away.
Yeah, I am excited for all of you. And as Kayla shared, and I mean, can you repeat that quote again, Kayla? I mean, that couldn't be more appropriate.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, because there's probably a lot of you that don't know, I have this jar on my desk that a friend brought me right after we got the news about our last job closing. And she said, there's 365. She said, I think I put 367 just in case. I miscounted, but there's quotes in here. So every day I've been pulling one out and it's been so cool, like goosebump worthy, the quote. So today's quote was, "You inspire others." And I just think that's perfect for today's call. And I just pulled it while you guys were in here.
So this friend actually made this for you, Kayla?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
God,
I'll show you. That makes it even more special.
It's literally like a big glass jar with all handwritten quotes and like things. And then she wrote like a little like love note on the front, which I've kept on here now, but it sits on my desk and every day I pull one.
That is the best gift ever. So, and the best way to start this call, because of course you all know that what an amazing, not only leader and mentor Kayla is, though human being. And don't we all want to be led by an incredible human being as well? So as I said, I am so excited for you guys. And I really want to just, for all of you to take this moment, and if you're watching the replay, take this moment and think about, we're launching a company in the United States. This is a historic moment for all of you on this call, and for all of you to be part of that founding leadership team, not just founding consultants, though, to be able to say that you were a leader from the very beginning. I mean, it just gives me goosebumps. And I love how all of you show up. I mean, I'm friends, I believe, with all of you on Facebook. I see how you show up. I see how you collaborate, your positivity, your support for one another, and just what a strong core from the very beginning, Kayla, that you have here, and that will continue to grow. So not only, as leaders, do we set the pace through numbers and by working our business by example, but it's also through really collaboration and showing people that they can do it too. Like, this is, becoming a leader is about choosing. It's not for just a few. It is about making a conscious choice and working toward that. And with such a strong and committed group, I just see that duplication happening too. And I encourage you to think consciously about that as well. So I'm curious to hear though, what are you guys most excited about? What, I want to hear that. Let's pause for a bit and have people share. Is that okay?
I'll share. Hi, Sarah from Wisconsin. I love the steamer. Like, I made bacon in it for the first time yesterday. I've done sweet corn, the lasagna. Like, holy cats, that thing is like the bomb. And I've been noticing a lot more engagement in my recipe club too in the last couple of days, just because I've finally been consistent in sharing. Whether it's my own meals or just like informational posts or that kind of thing. So people are excited, like they really truly are. And I think our excitement is obviously going to drive their excitement too. So just excited to share with everybody and really get going. Like once we get back from conference, really get going with the parties and everything and share even more.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sarah. I know. Yeah, like to me, cooking without a steamer, like, who does that? Who else wants to share? I'd love for everybody to share if you're able to. Don't be shy.
I'll go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So for me, it's still the same probably as what Sarah said, sharing the product. First of all, I mean, with our prior opportunity, I loved being able to do that. I've loved to cook for pretty much my entire life. So I had always shared that love with my close friends and family. So being able to share that outside of my close circle was a lot of fun and really exciting, and getting to see other people get excited. And I think for me, the biggest, I guess, enjoyment that I got out of it was and what I plan to do still, obviously, but for those who were scared of cooking or scared of flavors and really didn't deviate outside of just the normal salt, pepper, garlic kind of thing, or they wouldn't cook chicken or they wouldn't cook steak because they didn't know how, being able to help people to do that and seeing people that maybe were scared of cooking, cooking with flavors, experimenting and said, people sending me pictures saying, Jess, I got this and I tried it with this and oh my gosh, it was so good. And it's getting those kind of messages, and again, just seeing people get excited about food enough to share with me and with other people. I love that. So for me, it's being able to continue sharing like I had been, and obviously growing a business too. So that will come with it. But again, just sharing that and doing something that I love.
I ditto. Yeah, absolutely. And to think that, through the steamers and through the classes and showing people that they really can make a difference in 20 minutes. And for me, being this far into the business, I have to remind myself that it's a stressor for people day in and day out, and that we are the solution. So yeah, it's so exciting. It gives me goosebumps, you guys, to think about the positive impact that you will have in your community and in your country. So who else wants to share? What are you most excited about? You can even say, share, this is a safe space. What are you, sorry, I'm on a conference. What are you, is there some challenges or something that you foresee? And we can talk about that as well. And I just have to braid my daughter's hair here, but I'm listening.
I think, Dana, I'm so excited. I want to quick jump in, you guys. I'm so excited, first off, that I have all of these amazing leaders, and I'm calling them leaders because they're already leaders, on this call this morning. I'm pumped about this company and pumped about this opportunity. So I'm just jacked about that. Super jacked that you're a real life mom who is braiding hair and understands that as much as I planned for the morning, you can't time exactly how a toddler is going to react. And so you just set them up for success in the other room and tell them don't break a bone or do anything dangerous. So I love that. And I love that. For me, my thing I'm most excited about right now, I'm a goal chaser. I think my team knows that, but in case somebody watches this playback that wasn't with me in the last opportunity, I love goals. So there's like a whiteboard up in my room and there's a marker board behind me, and I want to hit every bonus for my family and all of those things. But in this opportunity, the thing that I just keep talking to my husband about is how I want everyone to win bigger. Like I want every single person in my organization to win. And I want them to win bigger than before if they were with us before. So I would love to hear if anyone's willing to share. Like, I want to know. So we all know we want leadership. What does that mean for you? Like for me, I want to be a director, but I want to push myself. I was a director already. I want to go for, senior director or whatever it is here. So if anybody wants to share that, I'd love to hear, because my passion in this opportunity, now that I've done this before, different rodeo, but similar, is that I want to see everybody else go for bigger goals for themselves, whatever that looks like for you. And I want to get to be the one that you call at midnight and celebrate hitting it, or the one that sits up with Sam on New Year's Eve and wears New Year's Eve hats and celebrates promotions. And like, that's my favorite part of this business. So I'm most excited about that, getting to do it with these people and getting to do it again. But I would love to hear, because there's some new faces on here that I didn't get to work with in the last opportunity, or not as closely. So that's exciting too. So, okay, I'll stop talking. Someone else.
Yeah, and I want to pick up on that, Kayla, because there is something so sweet about that stretch and that grind when you're in it. And sometimes we don't embrace that. We run from that, or we think when we're in that stretch or that grind, it's a little bit fearful. And though that is the sweet spot where big things happen. And I've seen people who just before their biggest, they have some failures or setbacks just before the big, hitting that big goal. So I would just encourage all of you to lean into what's happening and the good. And I mean, we're launching a company, so some things may not be as smooth, although I don't anticipate that right now. It's all good. It's all figure outable. It's all, we're all a team together. Is she okay there? Or did she just leave? Oh, there. I thought you fell off your chair. And
supervising. I'm supervising out of the corner of my eye to the island where he's eating breakfast and feeding most of it to the dog. So I'm just watching that action go down.
Yeah, okay. The other thing that I want to pick up on here is that your dreams are all attached. And the new consultants that you're bringing in to the business, and they're looking to you, what do I do? How do I start? They have dreams, and they're attached to your dreams and what you want. And your dreams are attached to Kayla's dreams. And it is such a beautiful way to think about it, and to think about doing life this way as well, because our business is so intertwined in day-to-day life. And so when you start that new consultant, there's really something special about that, and they may not see it right at the beginning for themselves, and we can see it. And it's a beautiful process. It's like a butterfly in many ways. So should we just go over qualification here quick for leader? Because I know that this is a group that is all looking toward promoting to leader, and many of you have the structure already. And Kayla and I have this huge spreadsheet where we're tracking everybody's structure. And so it's 1,000 QV for the leader. And of course, we never want to just do the minimum. Minimum means you are maintaining. To be a strong leader, we want to do more than the minimum. And I recommend 2,000 QV, because that's where you're getting that extra 3% bonus. And why leave money on the table? to put that into a class count. That 8 will make you great. 8 will make you great. Write that down. You know, when you're wondering about booking your calendar, find those 8 spots in your calendar for live cooking classes. Live is really important because we have an impact. We leave an impression when we can be face to face with people. And then it's 6,000 QV for the team. Leader sales count towards that. Again, we don't want to strive for the minimums. We want to set our goals higher. And 6 overall qualified in your team, 4 of which are personally sponsored. Does that make sense to everybody? And remembering that in US dollars, I've done a couple of scenarios, though one was $884 was 1,000 QV. Okay.
Dana, can
Just
you tell
gonna,
us what,
oh,
no,
sorry.
go ahead. You go first.
I was just going to ask, just to make sure we're all on the same page, a qualified sponsor or a qualified consultant is $250 in sale and qualified volume, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Kayla, what did you want to add?
Can you tell us in August, which is very possible to do because everybody's going to have cooking classes scheduled or are doing them already. Many people are going to have sales to put in, you guys, on the 20th. That's what's so exciting. What happens, Dana, if they hit it right away in August? Can you walk us through the process?
Yeah, and actually I would encourage all of you to have a tracker. So a blank calendar template, and maybe Kayla has already suggested all of this to you, or some kind of tracker where you are specifically tracking for the number of classes that your team members have booked starting now, or maybe even some of them have classes booked in July, and keeping account of that, because it is very possible that you will promote in the month of August, even though we only have that 11-day period to input orders. If people are out and working now, or even booked 2 or 3 classes in that period, oh my goodness, like I see promote here. Now think of that fast start program, how sweet it is. And for every person that you bring into the business, when they qualify, you'll get that extra $40, and that is up until their month 1. We really want to set consultants up for success, and I would be encouraging everyone you bring on board to have a launch in August. Do not wait. Really get them filling their calendar. So $40 for each of those. You will also rank advance through that fast start. And I should have this in front of me because I get the numbers mixed up. Though you will qualify as the senior consultant, the VIP consultant, the executive consultant, and also the leader in the first 11 days. So that is, and I don't have my calculator out, and you know how I am with math, 390 plus 750. Whoever can add that up for me. Including, you will earn that compensation on your team as well, that extra 5% on your team. So there's a real opportunity. And think of how you can also share that with your community that you've promoted up to leader in this first month of business, and how attractive that will be, and that will create curiosity as well. So Kayla, what did you want to add there?
I think it's so critical for anybody that's had past direct sales experience at all to just like wipe that out and realize what Dana's saying is we can promote in August. Like it's not some of the same qualifiers that maybe other companies have had or we've heard. I think that was a big, like I had to really shift my brain and realize, holy cow, people can hit qualifiers or you know, the numbers needed and they can promote. That's huge. And then so Dana, then what happens? So they're going to hit in August, which is amazing. And then they're going to get all of September to actually work a full month with their teams. And I would recommend, like Dana said, keeping a calendar for August, September, and October, maybe a rolling 3 months, where you can keep kind of track of who's having classes when. We've got the team calendar in our page that you can utilize to look for your team members' names. And really quick note, Jenna Johns is actually inputting it into a spreadsheet. So you leaders that want to promote quickly can search for your team members' names faster if you need to. And if that will help you at all, it's going to also be in a spreadsheet form that us leaders can have. But she's phenomenal. PS. So if you have a chance, shoot Jenna Johns a message. She's doing a lot of admin work behind the scenes. But anyway, she is doing that. So you guys can keep track of when your team members have their parties, because then the goal is going to be for you to not miss, right? We're going to keep it going. I know that's your heart. All of you want to be strong here. So Dana, can you walk us through then? They move into September and they're tracking towards those same qualifiers again. What happens then?
Well, and thank you, because what we're talking about, what I just spoke about, was just Fast Start.
Yep.
And the promotions that are part of Fast Start. And those of you who are on the compensation call, you know that we want to think in terms of Fast Start. We want to think in terms of promotion bonuses, which is part of the compensation plan. And then we want to think in terms of team bonuses as well. So when you promote, or when you qualify 2 out of the 3 months, though everybody here is going to qualify, that should not be an issue at all. Then you receive additional bonuses. So that $375 at the leader level, which is part of the compensation plan, and also the $200, which would be the executive consultant promotion bonus. So there's an extra $575 there. This is on top of the personal sales commissions that you will be earning by going out and doing your classes. Okay. So the other thing that is really cool is you all have the opportunity then to earn that leader retreat to Victoria, BC. Beautiful Victoria, BC. You will be picked up in a limo. Hello. You will be, it's all expenses paid, and you will receive training. You get to tour home office. There's fun built in, of course, because that's how we do it here. And how cool, look at this screen, and how cool would it be for all of you to be able to go together and experience that? Amazing. Amazing, amazing. So yes, this first 2-3 months is going to be explosive. And the way you're continuing to share and bring people in, there's so much happening here. It really, really excites me. And Kayla, what did you want to add?
I would just like to add, so we have some on the call that are like gonna go for a leader type of level in this industry for the first time ever. And then we have some on this call that have bigger than leader goals, right? Like director or beyond. Question for you is, so then after they get to, they get to leader, which is so exciting, and they understand the qualifiers, part of that trip when they go out to, Victoria, right? Am I getting it right? Okay, good. Is also that next step training. It's not just, I mean, the awesome spoiling in that. I really want to add, I think that's a place for many of us in the last opportunity, there was nothing past that leader level to really excite you, train you, help you inspire and train your downline, etc. So could you just speak on that for a minute or two? I think that's a really key thing in Epicure that they do phenomenal at.
Yeah. And again, for me, I don't know how the other company operated, though sometimes when you share with me, I'm like, anyway, yeah. Oh, absolutely. This is part of investing. This is Epicure. It's not just a hoo-ha way to go. This is part of Epicure's investment in their future and in your future. So we want people who, we want to invest in people who want to continue to grow and move. And at that retreat, which didn't always exist, and I wish I could go back and be a new leader again to experience it, you will hear from our CEO, Amelia, about the future of Epicure. There are our regional sales training managers who do extensive training on continued growth and building and what that looks like. And for those of you who are numbers people, or for those of us who embrace the numbers, it is really, really powerful to see what can happen with the momentum that you build and continue to build. And think about a year from now, you guys. Like, I just want to take a screenshot here and, put this in my calendar for August 2nd or 3rd next year, and for us all to regroup here and go, wow, what a year. This is huge. Huge, huge, huge. So yes, there is development built in. And every live event that Epicure does, we do a leader summit at conference. There is a leader day as well, where they invest into leader development.
I just think that's such a cool thing as somebody who has huge career goals, but also wants to mentor my team at whatever level they're at, knowing that the company has my back and then rewards us. Again, the trip's just one of the rewards, you guys. There's so many things on the rank advancement perks. I don't think I'm saying that right, but there's a really awesome flyer that I have printed in my binder here at my desk, because that stuff reminds me, like, this company really cares about us and our success, and just upholding the awesome standards that Epicure has, and then really showing us how to walk the walk and talk the talk and get as far as we can that we want to go, hitting the goals that you want to hit. So I love that. Yeah. So is everybody that's on this call, and if you watch the recording, shoot Dana or I a message, does that all make sense? The requirements, how it's really 1 month to promote and you get all of those fast start perks, and then you're going to continue on hitting those qualifiers. And with that, it's going to come more additional cash and bonuses, but also it qualifies you for bigger things and exciting training and mentorship. And I think for many of you, Sarah, year one, personal development is a huge piece of why you love this industry so much. This is just awesome opportunity to keep, filling your cup and stuff. I'm just so excited about that. So, yeah.
And I really believe that, and, I've done, oh gosh, so much personal growth and development, and have worked with different coaches and stuff who actually can quantify that when we invest into our personal growth and development, there are like 25 to 30% increases in business. So I really encourage you. And again, that is becoming conscious of kind of those things that may rub you or you may not fully embrace in the business. And not that you have to do this right away, though, to become conscious of that and then to do some work and some podcasts or books to educate yourself and to become even better and better. And that is not just as an entrepreneur. I really believe that my business and what I've learned has made me absolutely a better human being, a better mom, a better wife, all of those kinds of things.
I love it. Does anybody have questions or like something that you want to ask Dana about the leadership process? I mean, are you guys excited? How are you feeling? Sarah looks excited. Yes, good.
Jess H, are you excited? Great. Okay, so I want to just give you a couple of tips here. And number one is personal business. Personal business, personal business, personal business. That is the priority, because you are going to be in front of people and you are going to be sharing about this, about our amazing company, our products, our programs, and our opportunity. That is key. Plug your new consultants into the systems that we have, and they will be set up as well. And remember that with our company, there's 3 expectations for new consultants. They participate in the new consultant training, they learn the host coaching program, and they have a business launch at a minimum. Okay? And then I would include, so personal business, setting up new consultants, and that tracker I would do. And really what it is it's projection. So even if you do something simple like for the month of August and you write all of the new consultants that you have down one piece of paper down left-hand side, and then you just write how many classes do they have. Because based on averages, we can come up with an overall team qualifying volume. Then you want to make sure that you have your numbers there too. So 8 classes times 400, and that's approximately $3,000. And again, in moving forward, we'll look at tweaking. If you're under company average, then we look at different ways to raise that up. Though do that, because then you can see what that overall projection for that monthly volume is. And we then, as the leader, it's up to us to do more. We want to, if there is a gap there, we can always book in another class at the end to cover that gap if we need to. But we have to know the numbers in order to do that. And again, I worked with leader, and sometimes I did this myself as a new leader, somebody told me they had 2 classes and then one canceled. And they weren't motivated to go out and rebook that class. So I learned that I have control over that, which is really, really important, because we don't want to put that pressure on our teams. We want to excite them. We want them to come along with us. And though we don't want to be the person who is calling on, the 30th of August and saying, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I would not be here today if somebody did that to me. I would have said, screw you. And because that's just not how I'm motivated. I'm motivated by team and collaboration and excitement. I'm not motivated by somebody telling me what to do. And I would do the see you later. So anybody else have questions, comments? Does that make sense? Projections. What are the numbers? Because numbers don't lie. And we can tell ourselves stuff in our head sometimes that we're not doing enough or this or that. But then when we look at the numbers and we see what our team is doing, we're like, then we're rocking this. We're rocking it.
Dana, would you say that right now, so outside of, kind of getting a grasp on each of their team members and where they're at, obviously we're trying to do welcome calls with people and connect them and all the things. So each leader can really work on knowing when their team members have those parties and working on their own personal calendar, like you're saying. Team building, we're unique, brand new. And so I'd love to hear if you have any thoughts. We're pretty goal-oriented people in general, I feel like this team is. So if you were looking at this group of people and you were saying, like, right now you've got, 17 more days till we can enter an order, right? You might as well, as you're doing your cooking classes and as you're working with your team, have a team building goal as well that you're running towards alongside of that. Do you have any fun, like, I guess what I'm looking for is, for me, I know the number that I want to add this month in August to my personal team. And I'd love some encouragement from you or some advice from you on how do we start to kind of have that go throughout our team. So each of these ladies have a goal of team members that they want to add yet this month. And continuing on, of course, we're always going to be sponsoring and team building, but then also, like, how do we kind of make that just part of our culture in our whole organization, so that as Cole runs for leader for the first time ever, she's not doing it alone, but her team's excited and they're sharing the opportunity too. So I'd love just a little advice on that, because I know that's something that all of these leaders that were with me in the past opportunity and new leaders can really take away value on, is just really that team building culture. We want that to stay. It's happening now. I think all of you would agree, right? Sam, Jess, Phillips, all of you, we want to keep that going. So any thoughts on that, Dana?
Well, and I think, well, number one is excitement, and you guys have a ground floor opportunity here, right? And I would be using that over and over and over and over. And it's going to be a ground floor opportunity for the next 5 years. There's 380 million people in the US. And remember that you can recruit in Canada too. There's 38 million people in Canada. That's a really big prospecting pool. And maybe you don't know people in Canada, though somebody you know knows people, right? So there's a real opportunity here just to inform and educate people about where we're going and what we're doing. I think when definitely some personalities are more motivated by the opportunity to have a purpose and a passion and to really help people, and that is what we're all about too. So money can be a motivator for some people, though. I encourage you to when you're talking to the new consultant, get a sense of their personality when you're getting to know them. And maybe some of you know them already, though not everybody is motivated the same way. And we want to talk and relate to them in a way that is of value to them. And the opportunity, the weekly opportunity sessions that you have set up through your team and Chris's team, very powerful. And I would be using language like, if you're curious, come and check out the business opportunity. So those are like prospecting, and to teach your consultants that, because sometimes new consultants think, I don't know enough, so I can't talk about the opportunity. So, and I'm sure this is already part of your culture, that you link them into a message. You let them know, I'm here, I'll talk to them, I'll feed them the information. You bring them to me, because there's an art to doing that. We don't necessarily feed information the same way to people.
I was just going to add, Dana, we have had you guys such great response off that very simple live video we did Thursday morning. I had no idea that, to be honest, we wanted to get a video out there, but we knew that the morning would be kind of sketchy. It was 6:30 in the morning. Who the hell's going to get on, to be quite honest, Central Time. But you guys, I have added multiple new team members from that video, as have our team. So I can't say it enough. That opportunity event, it's Epic Living Starts Here, is the Facebook group. And we do have like a link that you can do, like Facebook groups, whatever the thing is. And it's Epic Living Starts Here. You can be using that, or use your upline mentor. So you guys with your teams, or time me in if you feel like there's someone on the line. I always call them a big fish that maybe needs to be, I guess, third-party validation that this is a good opportunity. Use myself for those three-way calls. I love that piece. You guys know that one of my strongest suits, I think, is that HR background I have in really helping people see what they could do here and feeling like it's a good fit, and kind of interviewing them, but getting them kind of to talk themselves into trusting in themselves and not letting fear stop them and give it a shot. But I just had to quickly say, I'm not tooting my own horn for the live video. I don't think we said anything special in that live video at all, but the opportunity event, the way it's set up and the way we create excitement, and there were so many people on in the comments, it's really working. So please note that video is up and live until next week, Sunday, and then we'll decide if we're going to delete them or keep them, but we'll be live again Sunday night, the 11th, right after conference, right? Yes, that's the weekend we get back from Vegas, and then it'll be every Sunday night, like some of you were used to in our old opportunity. We're going to go back to that structure. So is there any questions or thoughts on that? Does that work for you guys? Does it make sense to use the opportunity video and, of course, three-way calls? I love them as well. Dana's saying plug people in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and use the tools that Epicure has as well. I mean, that 3-minute video, right?
Yeah.
Curious, use that video. I mean, we can yak to somebody for 15 minutes and they still may not grasp exactly what we do, though when you can show them and it's visual, and we create that feeling, and there's Macaulay, which I love. That is very powerful. The other thing that you can do too is, when you're working with new consultants, is say, what is your what is your goal? Or even with prospects, are you looking at making about $500, or are you more interested in making $2,000 to $3,000 or whatever, or $5,000 to $6,000? Because that, then when we use language like that, it really makes people stop and evaluate. Oh, you can make that amount of money here. And that can be just that little spark to then plug them in to what it takes to get to leader. And we can have that conversation from the get-go and get them started from the get-go.
Yeah, I love that, Dana. Thank you so much for taking time to mentor these amazing women. And I just want you guys all to know, Macaulay and I both, right? Say hi. Hi. He said, hi, Ellie's mom. We believe in you. My family believes in you. Nate and I are so excited that this has just been God's plan. And I really woke up this morning truly like the past is the past and it's perfect. I have no resentment, no regrets, no any, I mean, let's be real, winning the Frankie at the last minute definitely helped closure, right? But really, truly, I'm moving into this, hold on, Macaulay. I'm moving into this next chapter, and I just want you guys to know how thankful we are for you trusting in myself and Dana and the plan that Carissa and I created within hours of getting the notice. But more than that, if you weren't in that last opportunity and you catch this playback, I want you to know that I just see more opportunity and more ways with the product line, the price point, the hostess plan, the new rep kit, the fast start, all the things. I've never believed in something more, all the way down to my core. Like, I'm more excited about this opportunity than I ever would have imagined 30 days ago, but also than I ever was about anything any job I've had. Okay, can you walk away, please? Thank you. Over there. This stage is fun, isn't it, toddlers, as I'm holding this big ass bear on my lap? Anyway, you can build a business no matter what your circumstances are. What, Cole, you can do this even with a little one, I promise. It feels hard sometimes, I know, but validation. But Dana, I just thank you again for your time. And to each of you, you guys are going to crush it. Just keep doing what you know to do. Share authentically. And I promise that's going to come across. But don't be afraid. This is the number one thing. Don't be afraid to ask somebody about the opportunity now, because if you don't ask them, someone else is going to ask them in the coming days or weeks or months. That's what I've always told myself about our last opportunity. I always said, if I don't ask them, even if it feels a little awkward, somebody else could get to them first, and I want them to know that I wanted them in my team. And I just want to leave you guys, that's my closing thought for you all. I'm so glad that I'm not afraid right now to talk loud and proud, even though we can't put it in order, right? And I've had a lot of people say, wait, like I can't put it in order after I've signed them up. I kind of forgot that little detail when I'm talking to people. And I was like, no, I didn't like purposely forget it, I promise, but it's such an exciting time. And I'll tell you guys, nobody feels that it's a negative thing. I've had good feedback because they feel like Epicure, and I feel this way too, is setting us up to be truly successful when we do go live. So use that to your advantage and just don't be afraid to talk to people, because you want to be the first person that introduces them to Epicure. So those are my final thoughts. Dana, anything you want to add?
Just excitement, absolute excitement. And for those of you who are coming to conference, I mean, that'll just be the cherry on top of all that, and you will run out of there, even more excited than you want. Yeah, and set big goals. Set a team goal. How many classes are you going to input in August? How many, what is a qualifying volume? These are fun. This is a way to unite your team even more, and to have them participate in this. And because that's what you want. You want an engaged team. So thank you so much, Kayla, for inviting me here. And thank you to all of you. And I can't wait to hug. I can't remember if I told you guys, I'm a hugger. So when you meet me, get ready. And if you're not a hugger, just let me know and I won't hug you. I will shake your hand.
And the other exciting thing, you guys, too, is don't forget, if you're not coming to conference, we are going to miss you. And we're totally going to be jazzed up and sharing all the things. But we're also going to get Dana. And I think this is such a cool thing, because those of you that again have been with me in the past, we never had this opportunity. Crazy as it sounds, based on location of where Dana lives to us and where our old mentors live to us, it just seems crazy. But Dana's going to be with us in September at the leader retreat. So all the more reason to make sure, if you were a leader in the past opportunity, that you're signed up. So make sure you fill out the Google form in the event in our team page. And if you weren't a leader, you can qualified by hitting executive consultant or more in August. That's the requirement, okay? So that's even one step, I guess, away from leader, but it's the building block, I would say, to leader. And I just want to say that because I think it's going to be such an opportunity, Dana. We're so excited, Carissa and I, to have you present in Wisconsin at the lake house we rented. It's just going to be an awesome weekend. And we'll have more details for all of you as August kind of rolls further into the month. Right now, obviously, the goal is to get everybody to conference and on the same page for launching and all the things. So yeah, really excited about that. Does anybody have any questions? Even if Dana, you have to pop off, I can stay. Does anybody have any questions or things that you guys need answered or help with while we have you all here?
Thanks, everybody. I'm going to pop off.
Okay, bye, Dana. Have a great day. Macaulay, can you answer that, please? Anybody have anything that I can answer for you or that you want to share? No one? Sarah, nothing?
Sure. Hold on. Yeah, sure. I'll pop on. I am setting up has anybody had a Facebook party yet? Because I'm still in the middle of setting up all of my posts for tomorrow night. And there's so much, like all the pictures and the graphics, and holy smokes, there's really great information there. And I was just wondering if anybody else has had a Facebook party yet.
I do have a question about that, though. Could I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
So with the Facebook party, I have one in a week. I guess, how are you guys presenting the fact that, they can't, it's easier, I think, to talk to people in person about the fact that we can't put in an order until the 20th. I mean, are you going to continue posting the event until then to get people excited?
No, my event is going to be Sunday through Friday, and I'm taking the spreadsheet. Does that make sense? So and I'm just going to put them in on the 20th. I think if you're just upfront with that, like one of my original posts says that like basically we're pre-ordering, click on this form, and in the pre-order form I'm using like a Google Drive or a Google Doc. It says like your orders will be inputted on the 20th, but please have them placed by this Friday so I can contact you for payment information, all the things. Yeah, I just don't think, I think people have been getting it. Like even the people, like I said, that for some reason I miscommunicated to, both a couple customers that thought they could order like yesterday and message me, and they're like, I don't get it. I have things in my cart and it says add to wish list. It doesn't have a checkout. And I'm like, did you miss the memo? Like I thought I'd been communicating it clearly, but apparently not. They were not mad at all. They added to their wish list and I put them up on my marker board as people who want to place an order. And same thing in this party. If there's any confusion, I'm just going to say, please fill out the Google Doc, or I can fill it out for you. Send me what you want. I'm going to total up, get all your, payment information, and you guys will be my first party to go in on the 20th. That's how I'm handling it, Jess. And if you don't want to learn Google Docs, if you don't know how to use them, I'm not sure what your experience is, then just have on every post, comment below if you want something you see in this post or with your order at any point tonight. And I'm going to be collecting all the orders, messaging each, customer or whatever. You could just have like a little disclaimer that you put on each post if you'd rather do that and not have a Google Doc. So does that help?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jess. It's definitely easier to explain in person, but if we don't make a big deal out of it, I think it'll be fine. The other thing you could do to not have to run a Facebook party for like 3 weeks, like you're saying, is just do a post after the party's over, like normal, like, hey, everybody, don't forget to get your order in by this date. And then like the next day, don't forget. And then after that, your post could be working on tallying up orders, connecting with each customer. Don't forget, all orders will be placed on the 20th of August, and you should get your stuff before the end of the month. Because by the time you run those parties, I mean, it's already the 3rd today, really, I think, Sam, you used this example. You had bought something from direct sales and you didn't get it for a couple weeks. And that's, I don't think, abnormal. I think Epicure is going to actually have very fast shipping, and we're going to be, just as fast as we were used to. So I don't think it's going to seem weird that they place their order and get it near the end of August. I don't think it's going to seem yucky. Does that make sense? Otherwise, I wouldn't be giving you guys guidance to take orders now. I think it's going to be just fine. But Sarah, you've done a few live parties. Cole's done live. What have your, Sam did a live already. Huffman, you did live. So what have your clients been saying, like when you tell them, when they write out their order form and you tell them you're not going to place it until the 20th? Does anybody seem to care? Nope. Sarah's saying no. Cole's saying no. Okay, cool. Does that help, Jess? Okay, I'm going to take a picture of everyone. So everyone get ready. Hold on. Okay, look at everyone smiling, looking all cute. Okay, everyone smile. Yay! I love it. Okay, thank you. Okay, I am back. Okay, anything else? This is good conversation stuff. Anyone excited? What are you someone unmute if you can stay. If you have to go, you can go. But someone tell me, why isn't this screwing back in? Someone tell me what you're most excited about right now. Is it just getting going, putting orders in? Is it promoting? Is it just growing your team bigger than you thought you would? You know, when we found out we had to start over for some of us, like, what are you most excited about? I'll turn the recording off.